Bonjour everyone, welcome to another Diecast showcase. So today we'll be doing a little mix of recent finds and unboxing some premium diecast, and then we'll finish off with a little fun unboxing and kind of like making a little backdrop for you here. So, without further ado, let us get started with the recent finds. So, I did find a couple things on a hunt today. The two first pieces that we'll be looking at will be some thrift store finds. Found a little grab bag with mostly Hot Wheels and mostly older fantasy castings. Did retain two cars out of the lot, basically. There was about, I think, eight cars in the bag, two out of which I'm keeping. The rest is going to be for sale for trade. So first one out of the bag that I picked up is one that I actually saw for sale carded on the topcollectibles.ca website. Didn't really think to buy it, although it is a really good casting that I do enjoy. So here it is. This is a little Ford Thunderbird stock car, and it's out of one of those candy series, basically. So as you can see, there's a whole bunch of little like gumdrops or jelly beans or whatever they are. Definitely older casting. You can see the dot matrix print on the tampo work. It's got the 3 spokes, and this is a plastic body, metal base car. We got a 92? Yeah, 1992 Malaysia base. And yeah, it's kind of cool. I do have this casting also in a color shifter, which is funny because it's also plastic body, metal base in that guise, but it's got different wheels and obviously much different body work. But yeah, there you go. So, little T-Bird stalker. Alright, so we'll put this one in the back here. And the other loose car that I'm retaining is one that I already have a couple variations of, but this is probably the better condition one that I'm going to be adding into the collection. So it's this old school metal on metal police car on the black walls, the small black wall wheels. So, you know, obviously it's far from perfect. There's definitely some paint missing, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's definitely an old casting too. So, you know, for the year, this is written 77. It's probably a little bit of a later release than that, but it's got the tan interior, the good old black and white. And I thought this was another, like a duplicate of one that I have that's a little bit more battered, and the rear axle, you know, the wheels don't turn, which on this one it does. They roll actually really well. But actually it's a variation. It's not the same tampo work. So that's pretty cool. I do also have a fairly beat up color shifter version as well of this. That's like kind of set in a kind of like a brown, purplish brown tone. So this is definitely going to be the best version I have of this casting. So it's got a mix of Ford and Mopar front end. And yeah, really heavy too. So that's a cool piece right there. Nice old school Hot Wheels. So you got those. Now the next things I found, I'm not going to be setting free in the sake both of time and the fact that not really things I want to actually open. So I did pick up a couple of M2 machines out of the Auto-Authentics range. So the first one that I picked up, both from the local Walmart. First one I picked up is this really nice K5 Blazer Chevy, lifted, removable top, which is why it has those two little elastic bands on there. And I picked it up because it has the snow plow on the front. That is freaking cool. Being from Montreal, yeah, the Montreal area, obviously we do get our fair share of snow. Not as bad as it used to be with the climate change and whatnot, but definitely Definitely very nice in this maroon color with the black removable top. Got the spare on the back here. See the 74 on the license plate. Model year of it, of course. A little bit of paint missing on the verbiage of the base, but there you go. You can see this is a 2024 release 89, 46th week of 2024. Or is that it? 46th week? I mean, that's in the future, so I don't think that's quite accurate, but either way, nice little box with the old school Chevy ad type of design, and it's 9,500 pieces worldwide. Yeah, there were a couple of three or four of these basically, so that's pretty cool. Another square body basically for the Horde, and yeah, I just really wanted. I'm probably eventually going to open this, and I do have a really big green light snowplow with the Salter. So that would be really cool when we get some snow in a few months to make kind of like a snowplow type of photo shoot or something like that. That'll be really cool. So yeah, really happy about this. And it's very stock looking as well, which is really cool. So we've got that. Put this one here. And the other M2 I picked up, and this one I'm super happy I managed to find. There were two of these. I picked up the one that had the cleanest box. And we are talking about the really cool Chevy van here. This 71 Chevy G10. Release 78, 24, and week 33 maybe. I don't know. I don't know what the 33 means, honestly. But yeah, so this is really cool. Again, Chevy with the Chevy old school Chevy ad type box. You've got the fifth wheel on the back here as opposed to under the body. Cool graphics. And you got the sunny days, kind of like a hippie stoner type of play on words there. So that's pretty cool. I definitely do like that. Yeah, little remnants of store dust there on the box, but whatever. So yeah, this is really cool. I really am happy. I'm just now, I've got the slam version here. I've got the lifted version in that auto hauler set as well, in that lime green. Now the only one I'm going to be missing out of this casting that I really want to get is just like a nice stock version. And I mean, I have been unable to find the stock version. I know one of my fellow collectors in Montreal that we both follow each other on Instagram has found the stock version at his local Walmart on the island of Montreal. Me, unfortunately, I have not on my South Shore hunts so far. But who knows, maybe we will get an extra chance. And this one is 9,000 pieces. If we're talking about the number of issued units of this casting, or this version of the casting, should I say. I did drop by a fairly new hobby store that opened up on one of the relatively local malls to me. And last time I went was the first time I actually went there, picked up on that specific day my first poster car, Koenigsegg Jesko Absolute in orange, and I wanted to go back to see if they would have anything new. Lo and behold, not only did they have some new stuff, but it is the first time in several years that I have been able to pick up Johnny Lightning on the pegs. I only picked up one because there was only one that I absolutely needed. One that I was kind of pondering on buying, but I do have, several at least a couple other versions of the casting from other brands. It was like that FJ Cruiser. Looks really good, but I don't know. I've got a couple FJ Cruisers, including one from Majorette, which is really good. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't really feel the need to add more FJ Cruisers to the fleet, especially that Toyota is definitely a well-represented brand in my collection. So, The one that I actually did pick up is one that I keep putting in the cart when I'm shopping for diecast online, but I keep removing it. And yeah, basically it would be this little nugget here, the Chevy Citation X11. So that's the sport version, hatchback, dark green with the beige interior, the cool twin 5-spoke wheels, which look really ahead of their time in regards to this being a 1981 car. It's got the rear window louvers, which obviously are very period. The BF Goodrich raised wet letter tires. You can see also here, what is this written here? Multi-port FI. I think this was like a 2.3 liter or something like that. I think so. Either way, it's got a 4-banger with the fuel injection, and that's pretty much it. Really nice shade of green, by the way. I don't know if this is coming out. If you can actually see through the plastic how nice this dark metallic green is. And it's dark green poly. This is version A. There were only version A's, and there wasn't a huge, so I mean, like, maybe 6 pegs worth of Johnnies, and 2 of them were the wartime vehicles. There was a couple of, well, there was this wave, obviously, of which this car is part of, and there's a couple of, other oddities, I guess. But yeah, definitely happy to pick up this one. Put it right here. And the last piece of diecast I picked up from a haul. Basically, I was pretty surprised. Normally, in the last few months, I have not been finding a whole lot at my Toys R Us stores. And today I decided to still, drop by, see if they got anything new and whatnot. And I don't know if they just had an old case in the back of old stuff that just hadn't been opened or cracked, because they tend to do that. But I did manage to secure a really cool chase piece. Managed to pick up this Greenlight Green Machine 1967 Mini Cooper S from the Italian Job. The reason why I was so surprised is because of the fact that if you look here, I'm just going to readjust the angle here. This has a 2021 copyright. And I do have this casting, the regular version, which you can see right here. And this one has a 2020 copyright date. Now, if you compare the cards, they're pretty much the same, except for the shade of red that's darker on the chase piece versus the other one. But yeah, all in all, gives you a good comparo. You can see the green all over versus the regular metal base on this one. And I already have a Greenlight original Mini opened, so I'm going to get rid of this one. Now, so that's going to be for sale for trade. If anybody's interested, shoot me a message. You can message me on Instagram at Sims, S-I-M-Z, says S-E-Z, if you are interested in this piece, and we can work out something, trade or purchase. And yeah, so I managed to secure a green machine. I think this is the 3rd green machine for the year so far. So yeah, pretty happy about that. Put that here. And now we are going to get into the unboxing of some premium diecast to start off. I've got 5 pieces that I'm going to be opening with you guys today. First one that I'm going to be opening is going to be a older Racing Champions. I'm going to be opening this simply due to the fact that there is a broken, well, not broken, but this detached piece. So here it is, 1950 Oldsmobile 88 Club Coupe, and as you can see on the corner here, steering wheel has become dislodged from the actual car. So I definitely need to get this opened so as to make sure that I can reattach, resecure the steering wheel into place. So we're gonna go ahead and get this open. I took out my trusty scissors here so as to use the method that WTF4 uses all the time to open his cars in this type of packaging. And I'm just gonna cut the ridges. It's faster and not as destructive on the actual packaging. There we go again, moving the, there we go. Sorry about that, guys. So there we go. So just cutting the bottom part and the side part here while keeping the rest intact. We can just open up the package and take out the car. And this, look at this price though, eh? Clearance. I don't know where this was from, but this is a 1999 copyright, as you can see on the bottom here. So that's pretty cool. And here's your car. So Motor Trend 50-year car. Now we're gonna see how this works if we're talking about removing the top, and I want to be extra careful to not lose the steering wheel. All right, so we've got a little base here, little cardboard base, and now we're going to take out the car. All right, and we do have the steering wheel right here, so I'm going to put these onto the side, and we're going to check out the car minus the steering wheel. Wow, what a nice piece. Very cool. Very, very cool. So here she is. Classic American styling, and all the cues are there. The wide white walls, the bright work. It's got an opening hood, as you probably saw in the package. So does it stay open though, this hood? Or this is one of those that are, no, it doesn't stay open. So there you go. 1950, so I believe this would be a V8, not a straight 8 anymore. Maybe it would be a straight 8 though, I'm not even sure. But either way, beautiful car. Here's your base, Racing Champions, metal on metal, rubber tires of course. Got some painted fronts with a very large Oldsmobile script. And we've got painted details on the rear, separate pieces for the bumpers, which are actually plastic, and a nice cream colored interior. And there's where the steering wheel will be reattached. I'm gonna take out some tweezers, put a dab of super glue on the end of the steering column, and just reinsert it as gently as possible into the dashboard while making sure it is actually straight. So that's going to be a fun little project. I'm going to post that on my Instagram once it's fixed. Next up, we're going to be opening one that's going to be much easier to open. And this is one I've been waiting to open for a little bit. And the reason why I want to open it is when they come with these little boxes, I don't see a reason why we'd keep them in the package. So here's your super nice Ford Country Squire in the Rat Fink livery. Crazy paint job, big chrome rims, and this one should be pretty easy to open from the bottom right there. There we go. Super easy. Well done. And I'm going to be taking out little plastic parts here that we won't need. Here's your little collector tin. Here's the collector tin right here. A little piece of plastic we won't need. And then we have the car. Beautiful, beautiful wagon in its clamshell. Now, don't get rid of this clamshell, guys, because it does, with a little bit of persuasion, fit into the collector box, basically making sure the car doesn't roll around. So, I know that I saw Champion DJK opening one of these Johnnies and using it afterwards, the little plastic clamshell to secure the car into the collector box. Oh, this one has a wheel that does not want to roll very well. I'm just trying to position it better. It's a little bit better. Yeah, he's got a little bit of a wonky wheel on the front. You can kind of see that it's out of balance a little bit, but now it rolls at least. All the wheels roll pretty well. Well, this one also is a little bit, there we go. Yeah, you can kind of like play with the axles a little bit and center them better if there's rubbage. So, but yeah, overall, really cool paint job. Lots of intricate details. Look at this roof. Look at this. That is really, really cool. Really cool. Green tinted windows, green tinted front lights. As mentioned, you know, the chrome wheels, the rat fink on the side. Very, very cool. Does it have a green interior? No, it has a gray interior. So it's not a green interior. But wow. Rolls pretty well. Good. Well, I'm happy about that. Look at that, hey? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm going to try to see if this actually works like Mr. Champion DJK demonstrated on his video. Cool little box, eh? Look at that. You got the Ford logo on the bottom of the box. Let's try and fit her in there. See what happens. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Doesn't even take that much persuasion. And there you go. Look at that. Perfect. So then, as the toy pimp would say on his Instagram posts, that way your diecast need not see dust. Which is a very cool way to put it. So we'll put this guy here. Now we're going to open next a trio. Yes, a trio of mini GTs that are not in the Asian style package. They're all Miho exclusives, so they come in the big packages with the box. I already showed these, so it's not new pieces or anything. It's part of that last haul internet purchase. So we'll start with this beautiful Hyundai Elantra MN in Cyber Gray Metallic. Very funny little coincidence. I actually saw one of these in the Walmart parking lot when I was picking up those two M2 machines. Exactly in this spec. Cyber Gray, same wheels in silver, same everything, same wing. It's just really funny. And shortly after that, I also saw a Kia Stinger in the exact same color combo with the little lip kit and the red accents on the bottom. So that again was pretty funny. Hey, it is summer, so the nice cars are out. And personally, the Elantra N is probably my favorite front-wheel drive sports sedan currently being sold. You know, obviously Civic Type R is great there, but I mean, you're paying a hell of a premium. And in other Asian vehicles that I do enjoy, GR Corolla, of course, is the go-to for all things considered, the all-around best daily driver you can buy right now. But you do end up getting the Hyundai at a discount if we're talking about MSRP compared to those two other competitors. So, yeah, Mini GT. Out of the box, here's the box. Here's the car in the clamshell. And here's the car out of the clamshell. All right, let's check this out in a little bit more detail. Very nice. Nice metal base. Rubber tires, correct wheels. All the details are there. Lensed fronts. Come on, focus. Little rubberized mirrors that they're not impervious to breakage, but less of a chance of. Little N logo on the passenger side of the grille. Here's your rear with that stylized rear wing, dual exhaust. It does all the snap, crackle, and pop this side of a Rice Krispies box with a fresh jug of milk would offer. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Closed window model. Black interior. You can see the details, molding details for those sports seats. Little aerial that has that touch of black. Really, really nice. Really nice. and it's screwed together as opposed to being riveted, so it can be taken apart in case you want to swap out those stock wheels, put something a little bit more aggressive. Very cool. Very cool. Very, very cool. Definitely very happy about that. So let's test it again, see if this will work. I'm going to try and put the clamshell into... well, you know what? Look at that. Look at that. It comes with a second clamshell inside the box. Isn't that amazing? So, this is even better. So that way, it's literally as if I bought the Asian version of it. If we're talking about packaging. There we go. Back in the supplied clamshell and in the box. All right. There we go. All right. There we go. Mini GT. Cool. 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 All right. Let's go with the next Mini GT. Same part of the same batch that that I purchased the Elantra from. So you have seen this on a previous video already, but now we're going to get it out of the package. It is this roof CTR, the Geno's 930, and we're going to get this open here. Oh, I didn't cut this enough. Bear with me, guys. I'll get there. I'll get there. Just want to make sure to not destroy the backing, the card backing and whatnot, so. Jesus. Sorry. Still does not want to open. There we go. Take another layer off. That should work. Let's get the card backing out of the way. Get the car out. There we go. And of course, the box. So here's your box. I'm assuming it also has another clamshell in there. So we'll get the nice little Porsche out of here. It's a roof. It's not a Porsche, but I mean, it's a Porsche. So there you go. You'll probably recognize the style of the front bumper if you're a fan of the manga Wangan Midnight, because the 930 Turbo Blackbird in Wangan Midnight had a roof style front bumper just like this one. So this is basically kind of like the Yellowbird, but the Yellowbird is kind of like if you take a Porsche 911 GT3 versus a Porsche 911 GT3 RS. This is the regular GT3, and the RS would be the Yellowbird with, you know, all the extra bits and bobs and add-ons and performance bits. So as you'd expect from Mini GT, lens lights, perfectly positioned painted details, correct wheels, those classic roof 5-spoke deep dish wheels, staggered roof license plate, and the lensed rear light bar on the back with the whale tail. Now, Roof did do these cars with without the wide rear fenders from the 930 Turbo, simply because it reduced drag, which led to a higher top speed. So that's pretty interesting fact of this. It's much powerful than a regular 930 Turbo. At the 930 Turbo in the 80s would have been about 300 horsepower, whereas these roof cars were about 100 horsepower more at least, and in case of the Yellowbird, more than that. So yeah, really nice black on black. Look at those, look at the bolstering on those seats, pretty nice. Very, very well done. And as mentioned when I showed this off for the first time, this is the first roof in the collection. So all scales combined, all brands combined. Again, got the box with its own little clamshell in which we can insert this beautiful roof CTR, and back in the box it goes. There you go. Brand new Asia spec box. Perfect. Last mini GT we're going to be opening before we get to the finale is going to be my first mini GT I ever purchased, actually. It would be this Pink Pig liveried Liberty Walk R35 GTR RR version 2. I believe this is a version 2. Maybe no, I don't know. It's not exactly written. So yeah, it is. It's a version. It's a here. Actually, I'll show you the description. It's right here on the barcode. So Liberty Works Nissan GTR R35 Type 2. Rear wing is version 3 of the rear wing, and it's a left-hand drive with the Pink Pig livery. Let's get her out of the box and check her out. And this is a release. I've had this for, I don't know, maybe 4 years, 5 years, something around that. So it's an older one, that's for sure. And again, it's the Miho USA exclusive. You know, comes with the box in the car. And you get the card off. Start with the car. In the clamshell. There we go. And the box, which may or may not have another clamshell in there. So here's your box, and here's the car out of the clamshell. Oh, very, oh. Okay, so the wing will need a dab of glue because it is not 100% fixed into. It's a chassis mounted wing, as you can see. Either way, that's an easy fix. It's just a dab of glue and let her set. Big exhaust. Black concave basket weave style wheels. Love the Pink Pig livery on this thing. You got the canards on the front there. Big lip. Extra cooling. And this is a roller, eh? Mini GTs, they roll. Very, very cool. Happy to have this one in hand, honestly. This has been in package for probably 2 years before I bought it. And now it's out. That's pretty damn cool. Very, very cool. So, yeah, this is definitely a very nice model. Left-hand drive. These mirrors are not rubberized, though. They're kind of like hard plastic. So, more of a chance of breakage, but... Oh, actually, no. They are actually rubberized. They're just harder. I'm assuming it's because it's been in package so long. Because, see, I just straightened this one out because it wasn't straight. There we go. You can kind of like adjust them. It's kind of funny. Yeah, look at that carbon texture on the hood too, eh? Look at that. It's got, you can actually feel it. It's very cool. I'm really going to have to be careful about that wing though. I'm going to have to, when I reaffix the steering on the Oldsmobile, I'm going to have to also address this wing. Because I definitely don't like the fact that it's loose on there. Yeah, and this also has its own little separate clamshell for the box. So we're gonna gently with that wing put it in there. Let's go with the bottom of the car first. There we go. That should hold pretty well. Yeah. And back in the box it goes. Alrighty, cool. And now we're going to finish off this video that's already almost 35 minutes long with another unboxing. This one, though, we're going to be doing kind of like a setup of a kind of like a backdrop or whatever, photo op, you know, photo op. So I'm going to be opening this Majorette Man car hauler that I picked up from a reject store not too long ago. And I've been itching to get this open because I really want to open it and get some actual majorettes on the truck. So without further ado, I'm going to open it up right now. check out the truck first. I believe this detaches, right? There you go. So let's check out the truck first. So here's your cab over man tractor trailer. No mirrors, unfortunately, but it's okay. There you go. Here's your bottom. Man TGX 1/87th scale. So that's pretty cool. It's HO scale. That's very cool. Obviously, the cars that are going to be on there are not going to be HO scale because, honestly, this trailer is definitely made for 3-inch cars. So that's what's going on here. And yeah, the bottom, the blue part basically is all metal. Obviously, the white part is plastic. Wheels are obviously plastic, and there's a plastic insert also on the bottom, as you can see. Yeah, 1/87th scale as well for the trailer, and it just clips back into place. So we're gonna put the truck right here. There you go, right in the middle. And why don't we load it up, huh? Let's load it up. So I've picked a quattro of Porsches, actually. Yeah, Porsches, just to go with that roof in the background. Actually, you know what? Let's switch it over. Let's put the GTR on the bottom. Let's put the roof on top here. And we're going to load up this truck with Porsches. So, first one we're going to load on there is going to be this color changer 991 GT3. Here's your base. So a little bit of suspension, not a whole lot. And this is 1/59th scale. I'm going to squeeze this into the bottom here. I'm not going to do like chasing diecast cars and actually just roll the cars on top. Actually, this is really big. I only think 3 cars are going to fit on here. Okay, well, let's put the 991 on the bottom. I'm going to follow along with the 934.5. Is that it? 934.5? 1/57th scale, this one. Yeah, 934. 934. Cool. Also has a tiny... The front has a lot of suspension. The rear does not. A nice green, olive green on this one. So we'll put it on the back so it as to match with this little green thing here. And then we will finish off with one of my favorite recent castings from Majorette. They're beautiful. Porsche 1973 911 2.7 RS Carrera. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful car. And I love this setup too. It's got like the aftermarket wheels and the very retro livery. Lens front lights. They don't show a whole lot, but they are lensed. So that I thought would look fantastic on top here. So there you go. So that will conclude this showcase. Hopefully you enjoyed, because I definitely had fun showing these cars to you. Hit the like if you like what you saw. Of course, if you had a favorite in here, mention it in the comments. You know, which of these is your favorite. And of course, like, share, subscribe. And I will catch you on the next one. Happy hunting. Stay safe. Bye-bye.